It's the United States of America in blue serving the People's Republic of China in red, receiving for this women's sitting volleyball gold medal match from the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Side out for China. And first point on the board. Xiao Meiling, pivotal player within the team, very fast arm on it, moves around the court quickly, opens up good spaces to hit into. Nice ball in from Eriksson. First chance to go to the middle. We got a lifting call against China, and the USA have their side out.
Both teams coming out strong, coming out fast. You can see in their faces how badly they both want this. United States, of course, eager to defend their gold from Rio 2016. China wanting to improve on the silver that they earned in that same competition. But it's once again that American block. Matthews up at the net, big reach.
We can expect to see a lot of that in this game from Monique Matthews, an exceptional blocker. Nice, lovely swing, just took a little bit off that one.
It was a great spot by Matthews. Not everything has to be a cannon. Just up and over the block, landing in front of the Chinese defenders. In sitting volleyball, that's one of the more difficult plays for defensive players, is moving forward. The challenge is, can you get it in that spot?
Both teams are playing a 5-1. Both have, and what I mean by that is they've got one setter who is moving around the court, and Kaleo Konahele, probably the best in the business at that. Which does mean that both teams have more attackers available in the front row at times. Good touch. Equally good touch by Tang. Oh yes, well up. Great rally. Free ball of sorts here for China. But that's a little bit tight. Ball, but that's just brilliant. Yes, it was tight, but not trying to hit it. Wang Yan'an knew it was tight, knew to play block out.
It was excellent play by Wang. Using that tall block from Webster to get herself the point. Really good sight, really good play.
Nice ball in from Holloway.
Webster making up for the last mistake by a really definitive block in. The Americans are doing a great job of coming out aggressive. They sometimes struggle with that at the start of a match. No doubt they'll have been in the locker room pumping each other up, getting each other really revved to come out and play hard from the get-go.
There's no room for a slow start in a Paralympic final against the quality of China. And once again, Xiao Meiling puts the ball on the floor as she did to start this match. For those of you new to sitting volleyball, this is a best of 5 sets match. It's a race to 25 in each of the sets. In the first 4, if we get to 2 sets all, we'll go to a decider. That would be to 15. You have to win each set by 2 clear points. And that means in the opening 4 sets, if we go that far, if you get to 24 all, you keep going until somebody gets 2 clear in the decider. If we get there, get to 14 all, and we'd have to keep going until someone got 2 clear.
That's a great swing by Konahele. Not only is she a world-class setter, but she has a really good attack as well, which makes her a real threat. She just catches number 7's fingers on that block.
And her shorts just catching the floor for not to get called for a lifting by the look of that as well. Good use of the block. We got a net touch against the USA. That net moving around so much, it's a really tough call for the referees to see it, but just the elbow catching the net as Monique Matthews turned around.
Big block, Jillian Williams. This is her first gold medal match. No doubt she's going to be feeling the butterflies probably worse than most.
Right now, it looks like she's getting those butterflies in order. That's a wonderful block. USA have made a bit of breakthrough here now, leading by 2. They got a chance to lead by 3. Another chance. Good up.
Oh,
Big
what a swing.
That's a huge swing. Excellent play from Wang Yanan.
Holloway pulling her hands down. She thought she saw that Wang was going off high hands that time. Great swing.
Wang Yanan's serve.
Oh, big line shot from Holloway. She's so good at that. She's been a really dominant attacker in this game for a lot of years.
This is as good as a free swing for her. Wang Yanan, no chance. We go to the first technical timeout. USA leading by 2. In the position that Gillian Williams finds herself in, first time here, but being surrounded by everyone else who's been here and done that must make it a little bit easier, right?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be comforting. The USA team are so close. They support each other so well. And her teammates, this has kind of been their done that situation for them. Some of these players, this is their 4th game. Some of them, it's their 3rd games. So she'll be feeling the love. She'll be feeling the support. And of course, they're sharing their experiences and telling her what to look out for.
So far, so good for the United States of America. This looks like it's going to be a game of fine margins, and so getting a 2-point lead is pivotal. It just puts a little bit of pressure onto China.
And it's pressure that China hasn't seen yet in this tournament. They haven't been able to come up against a team that's challenged them like the USA is doing right now, so it's a good test for them.
Free ball chance for the USA. Oh, well played. That was tight. Holloway having to scramble to the net.
Yeah, she did a great job taking care of that. She saw that cut shot open, using Setter Liu's hands to help guide that ball in just the right spot.
Nice serve from Williams. Looking for that off of the block and out, didn't find the hands, and it's a net touch against China as well. And now a 4-point lead for the USA. China might well be thinking about a timeout here. You're gonna let it slide for a moment. If they don't side this out, which they don't. What a great block that is from Kaleo. And now the timeout does come for China.
What a great start for the USA. No doubt they'll be feeling on cloud 9. This is a good serving run from Williams, avoiding the block of the net, pushing it a little bit deep, keeping China off the net, and that's another point for the USA. And off the back of their timeout, China have now gone 6 points down. This is not good for them. They are in a spot of bother here. Good leave. That's one of those aggressive serving areas coaches really love more than anything. It didn't go in, but they don't mind them when they go out like that, do they? No, especially when Williams was able to get a string of good serves in, as long as she's going aggressive at that point.
That's a good ball in. If the USA can keep passing like that, and they've got those options, it's going to be a tough day at the office for China.
No, they're really setting themselves up for success. It's great to see. They're firing on all cylinders. Oh, but it's a big swing from the Chinese captain. She's been a big presence so far. We haven't quite seen her show up in this match yet. Great cross-court shot around the block between the defenders. Great point for China as they start to claw their way back. Oh, but it's a big swing from Eriksson. She is a cannon.
Really good movement from Eriksson as well as she opens up that line. Holloway to serve. Whoa, what a block that is. Huge front row for the USA, making it count.
Webster's so fast at the net. She closes every time. And against a hitter like Xu, that's exactly what the USA needs. Oh, good up by the USA, but it just goes long. That was a great leave by China.
Always tough when you're scrambling back like that. Watching the ball, difficult to know where the court can be around you at times. Require on your teammates to let you know it's going out. Substitution for China as off goes Liu and on comes number 6, Gong Bin. On to serve. Brilliant. Holloway, presence of mind. It was sat there. And that takes confidence. This is a gold medal match. Not in a great position, but look at that.
Yeah, threading the needle, real confidence, real ball control, and it takes a lot of game experience to know where those open spots are with China. The USA have played them so many times. These teams know each other well.
Into the second technical timeout. The USA are cruising, but they mustn't get complacent. Everyone's having a chat with everyone. It's been a theme of the way that they've gone about their timeouts protocols throughout this tournament for the USA. It's not all about let's listen to what the coach has to say. There's a lot of information coming from the bench as well, from players who are watching their teammates who are playing in the same positions.
Yeah, and it's a great illustration of the depth of knowledge on the team of the USA. Even those players on the bench, they're getting involved, they're sharing tips, seeing what they see. And in a match like this, the more sets of eyes you have, the better.
There's only 2 volleyball teams that we're interested in at the moment. It's the United States of America and the People's Republic of China in this gold medal match. And the USA are bossing it at the moment in this first set. China have got to find a way to get back into it.
Yeah, at this point, China just needs to take a breath, play their game. We know they can play. They just haven't been able to get sets up to their hitters yet.
Nice dig from Holloway. Great block.
That was a great read from Matthews. The setter showing pretty early that she's going to tip there. But great penetration, great snap with the wrist, bringing that ball right down.
You get the feeling that the test for the USA is going to come when and if China get a run of points, because right now the body language of the USA is great. There's a lot of smiling going on. They mustn't lose their focus, though. They have to stay in the moment and keep playing this brand of volleyball.
Yeah, and maintaining that momentum could be something that the USA does have challenges with sometimes. They play with a lot of emotion, a lot of passion, but that has troughs and peaks, doesn't it?
They are on a peak right now, 18-9. What a dig. What a swing from Eriksson, block out.
It's a really great move from Eriksson. She really turned her body, gave herself some options.
Timeout called by China. They're 10 behind. They were not expecting this. Can you ever remember a time when the USA have started this well?
No, never. This has got to be the strongest start the USA has ever had against China. A 10-point lead in set one of a gold medal match. Real kudos to them. They've come out literally swinging, full of energy, and China haven't been able to respond to that, and the scoreboard shows it.
Great serve from Webster.
Webster's such a steady player when she goes back to the service line. She goes back, takes a breath, preps herself.
There is nowhere for China to go at the moment. All avenues are being blocked. Tang, usually very vocal, has had nothing to say. That's going to be a double touch. Eriksson was trying to get in on the setting action.
Yeah, just a bit of a miscommunication between them. Eriksson is Kanahele's backup setter, and she probably saw that Kanahele was going to have trouble getting to that, but she's quick as lightning, isn't she? She got to it no problem.
And can be twice as frightening as well when she opens up her hitters. That's going to go the USA's way. They're getting everything right now. Looks at exasperation from China. This set's done. It's over. They've got to try and forget it. Think about the next set already. Maybe get a bit of momentum they can take through, something to grab onto for the next set. Eriksson with the serve. We got a lifting call against the USA. That one has gone against Monique Matthews.
She didn't seem too convinced by that call.
I don't think players are ever convinced, are they, that they've lifted?
No, never.
But for those of you new to sitting volleyball, there is a specific rule regarding that, regarding body contact with the floor, and you have to keep your torso in contact from your bottom up to your shoulder. Some part of that's got to be in contact with the floor at all times. And right now, the USA making sure that that ball is contacting the floor and giving them the points they need. Great swing, Matthews. 2 away from taking this first set.
Oh, what a great short serve by Matthews. Those are not easy to do in the sitting game. There's not a lot of court to work with, and you have to get it over a block.
The USA look to be in total control. Set point now. That's well played. Good rescue.
Great play by the Chinese. They've got to figure out how to use the USA's block against them. So far, it's just been a shutdown for the Chinese. But if they can start to find a way to play a little bit smarter, use high hands, do some turns, get the ball out of bounds, they'll be able to get back into this.
The first set has gone the way of the USA, and they have done that in style. 25-12.
Really no doubt in that match, especially towards the end, who was going to come out ahead. They're firing on all cylinders, the USA. This is top-class volleyball, and they're playing at their best, as you should, in the gold medal match of the Paralympic Games.
Stats-wise, it doesn't make good reading for China at all. They're 3 bagels on their side, and that's not what they want to be seeing.
No, definitely not. And the USA, even though they do have 2 service faults, I think what that is saying is that the USA were serving so aggressively. They got an ace in, and they put pressure on China. China didn't get blocks, they didn't get aces.
Well, the only bagel they wanted to see, that donut, was the fact they made no faults, but they didn't serve tough enough either. And it's all very well. It's that fine balance, isn't it, between serving tough, getting your serve in, and then just giving the opportunity for the other side to come back at you. There's no changes for either side ahead of the start of this second set. The only thing that the United States of America have done is they've moved around one position clockwise, anti-clockwise, I should say. So that means that Kanahele is not starting at one. She's now starting at position. She's gone back round one.
China know when they come back out into this set, they're going to have to answer to some great play by the Americans. If they can come out really early, really strong, they might stand a chance to get back into this match. China have done it before, but they have not experienced play like this so far. A real test of their resolve.
Second set underway. USA looking to get side out. They've taken the first set against the People's Republic of China in emphatic style. And that's a very nice opening point, a break point start for China.
Once again, Captain Xu really coming through for her team. That's what they needed, a really, really strong attack to get this started.
Nice touch from Zumo.
Oh, but what a spot.
That's really well played. Eriksson, who had it back to the net almost. There was never going to be a swing chance, was there? But great peripheral vision from her, great use.
Super. And the USA will know from their past experience that that is an opportunity to go if they get into a bit of trouble. Those deep corner shots, they're always a good option. Oh, and a huge ace from the USA's Kanahele.
Well played. This is the one thing that the USA will be preparing for here, preparing for China getting back into the game and thinking about how they can deal with that. And that will be by playing the way they played in the first set.
That's exactly right. And they'll be ready for China to be sending the ball out to Xu in the front row. They know she's their one of their strongest hitters. And with Tang in the back row, China will definitely be going to that number 4 spot.
That's a carry, or a catch ball, as it's referred to sometimes against China. It's volleyball, not carry ball.
And what a block by Webster and Eriksson. Once again, Webster showing us how quick she is, how big she is. Big American wall at the net.
Holloway with a rare serving error. Off the hands and away from Eriksson. Such a smart player, huge volleyball IQ.
Works off the block, sends Webster back to the service line.
Laura Webster with the serve. Well, that was a little bit catch and carry, and that's exactly what the referee said.
It's great up by Tang, good coverage of the block.
We're going to go to the first technical timeout here. China really do not know what is going on. 8-3 USA lead. Webster to serve again. She's been going after the certain area on court for China. It pays dividends again. What she's doing, she's going after Zhang Lijin, either deep, or trying to get her high on the shoulder on one side and then moving it back and dropping her with the odd one shot. She's really got the making of her. They've done their homework on this rotation of the USA. Webster once again. Good up. Holloway couldn't direct it to Kanahele, and China get their side out.
Great blocking by China there. Williams struggling to get in position to get a good swing. She wasn't quite where she needed to be. Excellent job from China's Zhao Meiling getting in the right spot.
Got a net touch against China. Those are the kind of things they need to cut down. Don't gift points, make the USA work for them.
And with lifting, it's about discipline. It's about keeping yourself on the floor and being patient.
The two biggest calls we get to see are lifting and net touches. Really, the skill level of these players as shown by Eriksson with that one is, even with it pinging around quickly, very few lifting calls given because their reaction time is excellent. That is a wonderful placement from Eriksson. That's a good lead by China.
Great coverage by the USA as Kanahele was blocked on that.
Kanahele was trying to be smart and go over on two. Wasn't allowed, but the team rescued the situation. China looking for that one off hands, didn't find them. Good up. It's just not quite going right for China. That first set seems to have really knocked them off balance. They're out of kilter and they can't get back into the groove. 13-6 for the USA. China called timeout. 5 points, 14 attacks, no blocks. That's not the usual statistics we see for the Chinese team and for the captain, Xu Yixiao. Wang Yanan at 4 from 11. But it's credit to the way that the United States are playing here. China trying to make some real noise, trying to get something going, lift the team. And that's just a side-out point.
Tang has done a really good job this whole tournament of being the vocal one on her side. She's trying to bring her team together, wake them up a bit, get them excited.
Nice pick up by Zumo.
Oh, great pressure by China going over on 2 there. United States not quite ready for defense there.
Zhang Lijun catching the USA by surprise.
Sending Wang Yanan to the service line.
It was for Heather. She wasn't quite ready for it. The shout was Heather, Heather.
Yeah, it looked like Eriksson was just taking a little bit off, trying to make that roll shot, finding that spot in 2 that she did before, but just didn't get the right touch on it.
That's difficult. She was trying to feather it over. Oh, it's going to be a back row attack. You have to have your buttocks behind the 2-meter line when you're the back row player. Let's have a look. And quite clearly, good spot from the referee. Maybe even could have gone with a lifting call. Good disguise on that from Tang.
A really nice off-speed shot as well, going into that hole in the defense. Matthews makes a good effort, but just doesn't quite make it.
Zhang Shuifei coming in. Serving duty for her. 4 points behind. China have just seemed to be settling in a little bit here. They're not allowing the USA to run away with this set. A few more side outs. Scoreboard ticking over, but that's brilliant for the USA. In stark contrast, the power that the USA are generating. Holloway, what a swing.
What a swing. She's so powerful. And those quick sets out to her, so difficult to defend.
Kanahele with the serve. It's a good serve. That's 4 touches. It's a point for the USA. Into the second technical timeout. China were doing their best to contain the United States of America, but they have slipped away again. They lead by 6 and by 1 set to nothing.
Great to see you dancing, and even though you're in your small numbers, great to have some spectators here too. Hope you're enjoying this one. Kanahele to get us back underway.
Kaleo Kanahele will serve. The USA with a big lead. And they've got a free ball. Good scramble by China, and that's off the hands, is it? No, says the referee. That one into the net and away. Error from the captain for China. Xu Xiao looking on, wondering where it's all going wrong at the moment. Good touch, and again, free ball for China. That's more like it. That's what Xu Xiao can do.
Great use of high hands by her. She knows that she's going to have trouble getting over that massive block from the USA. Manages to get her team a point.
Good touch, well played. That's the kind of level, but it's actually going to go against... Oh, it's been given as hitting the floor against China. Half volley's not allowed. That looked like there was a dig. The referee saying, no, it was down. And even though there was a few touches later, he's blown the whistle and ended the rally. Holloway with the serve, forcing China deep. Excellent. Eriksson unable to stop Xu Xiao.
Yeah, Eriksson left Xu a big hole on the outside, and you know she's going to take that.
It's lifting in the middle, blocking. That's just what China doesn't need right now.
No, unforced errors. You just can't have them in a match like this. Oh, great effort by Holloway. Good cover, but what a spot. Great placement up and over the block, just out of the defense's reach.
That'll do nicely. That's a big point, a break point. When you get a point from the serving line, as opposed to a point when you're siding out. Those are the points you have to get in order to be able to win a set. And they're the points that China need just to be getting back anywhere near the USA right now. And that will also do nicely. They're looking for a touch. Holloway, I think, more just in hope than anything. It's 2 break points in a row. And Bill Hamilton recognising that the alarm bells are getting ready to go off, calls the timeout to try and settle things down.
Go back in, just get a good pass, set the swing. Keep watching Chen now. Some for high hands. I'm not worried about the line yet. Keep forcing our line, okay? But we got to start looking for the tips a little more. So we got to be forward and pick that stuff up. If we can get a team tipping, we ought to be winning.
Monique Matthews has had a huge game so far. 7 kills on 13 attacks.
Thought there should have been a call for a replay then. That ball definitely stayed in the hand for a while. In the end, it's a lift against the USA. China take another point. They're getting back in. This is the test for the USA. We knew that would be coming. And they too, no doubt, knew it would be coming. Free ball for China. Chance to get back to within 2. And that's done, although that looked a little bit lifty because that's in the hand and then it's been taken right across the block. Well, that should be called really as a carry against Xiao. However, she gets away with it. China have the point. There's some real pressure now on the USA.
A great defense from China, turning that into a kill. This is the China that we would expect to see in a final like this.
Now back to within one. Brilliant play from China. Fabulous serving run from the captain. Now, so a carry called against Matthews for that swing. The ball staying in her hand too long, according to the referee. It's all square, 19 all. Xu Yixiao, the captain, taking this set by the scruff of the neck and dragging her team back into it.
Oh, big swing from Williams to respond to that. Ending that Chinese service run, giving her team a chance just to get a few more points and get over the line.
It's definitely game on now. Williams pounces again. Gets the overpass. Says thank you very much. That break point for the USA will make them feel an awful lot better now in this set. Eriksson with the serve. Lifting call against China. That looks to have gone against Wang Yanan. And the captain just trying to say, no, she's just blocking, she's not lifting.
You can still lift if your hands aren't on the floor. China, of course, really eager to get hands on the ball, give their defense even a chance of getting the ball up after the swings that the USA are taking.
The USA have got themselves back into a commanding position. Timeout called by China. No timeouts now for China. They'll have to rely on making substitutions if they want to try and delay anything any further, but points are running out here. USA need 3 to take this second set and lead by 2 sets to nothing. That's one of them, as that one pinballs around. Control deserting China. Eriksson will serve again. And that's not coming through. What a block. Set point now for the USA. Good play. Won't stay in though. Set point save for the moment. 4 chances to get it done from side out. Xiao Meiling to serve. Sumo makes the pass. And that one is put away very nicely by Monique Matthews. She's on the money as the USA take the set 25-20. They lead by 2-0 in this gold medal match.
They've put themselves in such good position for this gold medal. They've come out so strong, firing on all cylinders. They're doing everything right, and China just simply aren't.
We knew that the People's Republic of China would not allow the USA to run away with that set. They got all the way back to 19 all. And it was a really good performance from them, but credit the USA who didn't crumble themselves and were able to push on to take the set.
The statistics are so tight when you look at them, but look at the blocking. That's making a big difference. Aces are making a big difference for the USA. They're just coming out so aggressive.
Given the way that the United States have played these first two sets, what, if anything, can the USA do to stay in front, and what have China got to do you think, to get back in?
I think the USA just need to keep doing exactly what they're doing, not get too comfortable, but not panicking, not overplaying. China are almost certainly going to have a plan to come back aggressive. If I was China, if I was the Chinese coach, I would just be telling them, play our game, defense, defense, defense. That is what they've got to do, is get those passes up on defense.
They had one good serving run. They'll need a few other players to step up and get in on that serving action to put pressure on the USA. Away we go with the third set. Kaleo Konahele with the serve for the USA. They're leading the People's Republic of China by 2-0 in this gold medal match here at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games, and they're off to the best possible start as they open with a break point and go 1-0 up.
Holloway's really come to life in this match. She's been a little bit in the background over the last few matches for the USA, and it's been great to see her come out swinging.
She's coming out of the shadows and into the spotlight here in this gold medal match. And putting up a huge wall and casting a huge shadow at the net. Good touch, and again. This is a big rally. And somehow China keep it in play. Not enough aggression on that swing. Great work by China. That looked like it was going to be USA's at one moment.
It was a great move by Xu. Both teams doing a great job scrambling and turning those scrambles into attacks.
That one's not landed in. The USA haven't run the middle that often, actually, in this game. Only been a couple of times. Good serve. But a great side out. Eriksson, the go-to player.
Kanahele may not be setting to her middles much, but it's her outside hitters that are on fire right now.
Good work. That time the middle run successfully. Matthews puts it away.
Matthews is so powerful. It's like she's just drawing a bowstring.
The touch. That's going to be a double. That came off the... well, it's actually called for a carry, but Xu Yishao dug it into her head pretty much, and then it went out again. USA have managed to get themselves a little 2-point lead. Webster with the serve. Classic player coming in to take the short ball, and then it's the front court blocker taking it away from them. That's caught. The USA on its way out. Zhang Lijun takes the point.
China have really come out strong in this set. They're getting swings in, they're playing better defense, they're just really aggressive.
And for the first time in the match, China have a lead. Brilliant play. Nice ball in from Holloway. Lifting call. And that's gone against Xiao Meiling. And lifting call against the USA this time.
It's much better intensity, a lot better energy on the side of the court for China.
Holloway putting plenty into it, and what I mean by that is into the net. And we'll go to the technical timeout. China leading by 2. The difference in the attack points, you can see the USA doing a far better job, but it's China who are doing a better job here in this must-win third set for them. Side out achieved. Matthews with the swing. She'll go back to serve.
After the technical timeout, she goes back to the service line.
Once again, another great swing from Matthews. She turned her body, putting that ball down the line.
Good recovery. And again, we'll have a replay as that one held up at the net. Good use of the block.
China really seem to be playing their game as we've seen them play it so far. They're hitting a lot smarter.
Well, that's a fabulous hit from Holloway.
You give her any amount of window in your blocking, she's going to take it.
This is more like probably what the USA are expecting from set one of this match. A close encounter point for point, having to work hard, having to fight, having to try and make things happen. So this is no surprise for the USA. It's about making sure that they recognize it and deal with it and don't allow China to get too far away. For China, they know that they have to keep this level up now and they have to keep the consistency. Really good swing from Holloway.
Kanahele showing us why she's one of the best setters in the world.
Wonderful. Another big hit. This time it's Eriksson out on the left-hand side.
Threading that needle, finding the blocker's fingers on the way.
Big, big swing. Bigger than the last one.
She's got so much power, you can't give Eriksson that cross-court shot. What a cannon.
Serving pressure coming back for the USA as they're looking to target Zhang Lijun as much as possible. And when they don't, that's the kind of thing that happens. China with a relatively simple side out. That's the last person who needs to get the ball right now as far as the USA are concerned. Brilliant job. Xu Yixiao works the arm of Holloway to give China the point. Wonderful serving. Pressure on the USA.
This is a real test for the USA. They came out so strong in the beginning and they rode really high on that wave of emotion. They're going to have to turn this around if they want to take this set. Great follow by Zumo. Good leave.
Good setting. Nice high, hard hitting from Eriksson. That's a good block. That's one thing that the USA have. They've certain areas of the game they just have. They do it really well. That's one of them. And it's always going to be a threat and an opportunity for them to get back in the game with.
Yeah, it's a real strength for the USA team. They have 4 blockers on their roster that can reach higher than 150 centimeters.
Good touch, Zumo. We'll play again as that ball was held up at the net. That's incredible from Monique Matthews. They're saying it's 2 touches against her. Is it? Let's have a look. Block and then a second touch. That's absolutely fine. First one's a block, second one's an attack.
Great effort from her to follow that.
Side out achieved, but that little run of points from the USA now has put them right back into this set. Good effort that from Xu Yixiao, the captain, trying to inspire her team here. Good up by Konaheli. China come again. Very, very good angle that from Wang Yanan.
Wang Yanan is not only a strong hitter, but she has got huge accuracy. She knows exactly where she needs to put that ball to make it hit the floor.
Great touch, and again, chance for China. Well up, Zumo. Oh, what a rally this is. And it's Eriksson who finishes it off. Presence of mind from her. We had everything in that rally. Everybody getting a touch, pretty much. And Eriksson getting the important one.
The USA did really well in that rally to show a lot of discipline, set up their hitters every chance they had rather than just trying to chuck the ball back over.
Good touch, Holloway, but it won't come back. And so we'll go to the second technical timeout. China leading by 1 point.
Boy, oh boy, is this close. China 16, USA 15.
No, did you see Katie put her hand in the air?
We're going into the last third of this third set. We've had the 2 dress rehearsals, the race to 8, the race to 16. This is the real deal now in this race to 25. And if the USA can get there first, they'll also get a gold medal. If China can get there, we'll go into another set. It is evenly balanced at the moment. 16 all. And we'll go again on that let call. This is where we're going to see what both teams are really made of now. China have that added weight on their shoulders of being 2 sets down and knowing they have to win this. That's a really good swing. The USA have the luxury of knowing they're 2 sets in front, but they mustn't allow that to play on their mind, thinking, oh, well, we can take take it in the 4th. That's not going to come back. That's an ace serve. Very nicely done by Xiao Meiling. That didn't quite work out. Unforced error gives USA the point. Oh, goodness me. Everybody was waiting for everybody else to set that up. Zhang wanted to go out wide to have a hit, but someone's got to set it first.
All the Chinese players are looking at each other like it was your ball. Somebody's got to take that.
You don't need an invitation. And that's exactly what China were looking for on that last play. All square now, 18 all. Big hit, Holloway. Big point for the USA.
Great push by Kanahele out to the pins, giving Holloway lots of options, but there weren't even any Chinese hands in the air. It was open net.
That's some hit, right into the corner. Doesn't get much better than that from Tang Xiumei.
There was so much speed on that ball. All of the Americans making an effort to try and get underneath of it. Just weren't fast enough.
Just enough to get it over the block and down. It's getting tense. The scoreboard is ticking over, and it's ticking over in the USA's favor at the moment in this race to 25. China are doing everything they can to stay with the USA. That's a lovely side out from Liu Hongxing.
Just over the top of Webster's hands.
Good touch. Oh yes, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant hit from Xiao Meiling.
What great effort from the Chinese players to keep that ball in system and give Meiling a chance to swing. USA didn't look like they were expecting it.
Good up. Oh, yes, you've got to be kidding me. That is an incredible hit. China sensing the opportunity and taking it. The captain with an enormous swing, Xu Yixiao. Big swing in China's favor here now in this set. Timeout called by the USA. Coach Hamilton saying that they need to start blocking. It's not been happening for them. It's one of their big weapons. They need to get it out and get it working. Cheng Lijun serving. China up by 2. Side out achieved by the USA. And now they're going to have Kenna Haley going back to the serving line, who's very capable of getting serving runs. Good up by Holloway. Eriksson just not being aggressive enough. Trying to keep that in play instead of saying, right, I'm going for this. And that's something that China have been doing. They're saying, we have to go for this. And they've been aggressive.
A lot of the USA squad are starting to kind of err on the side of caution with a lot of their play, and that is not what got them to this point.
That's more like it. Eriksson with a big swing. China called for lifting. But it's still looking good for China in this set. It's looking like they are going to take it. Serving substitution for the USA as on comes Emma Sheik. What a moment for her. It's something she's been coming on and doing throughout this tournament. Good touch. Swing chance to get level. Or would you believe it? It doesn't land in court. It's set point now for China. Holloway comes back in. Sheik goes off. And it's an error from Eriksson, and China take the set. 25-22, they're back in this match. What a fabulous turnaround for the People's Republic of China, taking the third set, 25-22. They find themselves in another must-win set situation going into set 4.
China really came alive during this set. They got some really good kills in. They got an ace on the USA. USA starting to play a little bit more conservatively, but if they want to come out and win set 4, which is notoriously difficult to do off of a loss in set 3, they are going to have to turn it back on.
So the points China scored, if you count 15 from attacks, 2 from blocks for 17, 18 for the other one. The rest were unforced errors by the USA, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, and I think quite a few of those errors came from hitting errors. And again, that's because they're going up. They don't have the same amount of confidence at the net that they did in sets 1 and 2. They're taking a little bit off, maybe changing their swing slightly. Balls going out of bounds that shouldn't be.
No changes for either side ahead of this fourth set. But the USA will need to make a few changes to their gameplay now that China are up and fully into this match.
China have the advantage in the momentum that they're carrying over from set 3. They ended on a real high, a couple of really great kills. But on the flip side of that, USA going to have to regather themselves, come out swinging, come out strong, and just play their game.
gets underway in the fourth. It's a must-win set for China. USA get home here. They're back-to-back Paralympic champions. If China win, we'll go to the fifth set that maybe this tournament deserves. It'll be at number 11, Chan Wei-Shui, to serve first.
Away we go with set 4. China with the serve. They've got themselves back into the match. They're trailing by 1 set. And it's the USA who get their side out. Kanahele with the serve for the USA. The serving target's the same for the USA, but it's not, if that makes sense. That ball too easy for Zhang. They've been making her work an awful lot more than that in this match. Well played, Eriksson.
And it swings like that the USA needs, both at the net and at the service line. They've got to keep up the aggression.
China as well, they're not putting their hands and getting across to close early. They're waiting. They're almost trying to pounce because they're trying to second guess what Eriksson's going to do. And you're never going to get there quickly enough if you're doing that, are you?
No, and China don't have the biggest block in the game, so they're using their strengths in their favor. They're trying to be fast at the net. They're also giving Eriksson a different picture to look at when she goes up to swing. She sees no hands, and then suddenly there's Chinese hands in the way.
When you look at Eriksson's block on that one, that was a very passive block. They're up there, but there's no intent about what she was doing with that. Good angle from Matthews.
Really good angle on that hit.
Good dig. Oh, a ball deemed to be on the side of the USA, and they were deemed to not be attacking this one. Well, that's the key to that. Williams playing it. I think actually the captain may well have touched that first for China as well, which didn't help. USA up by 2. Great dig, although Kanahele was pretty much standing up when she dug that. Got away with it. Nice up Holloway.
This is great defense on the USA side. What a shame to see that. Great blocking by China's Xu. She was in the exact right place. She saw Eriksson going for that tip. Or, excuse me, that wasn't Xu, that was Wang. Great movement.
You get the feeling, don't you, that Coach Hamilton needs to say to Eriksson, just hit everything, take them on, be aggressive.
Just like that.
Got to back yourself, you really do. Eriksson doing that this time and getting the point.
Another thing the Americans are doing well now is their defense is back on track. They were scrambling quite a lot in the last few sets. They've got much better control, taking care of it.
Free ball chance here for the USA. Although that ball to the middle from Kanahele was telegraphed somewhat, China did extremely well to get it back into transition and take the point.
Look at Wang roar when she comes out of that.
Well played. China waiting for the ball over on 2.
Kanahele has had a lot of success with that second ball attack, but China's obviously going to be expecting it. Hands in the air, really good read on their part, but Kanahele has to see the block when she goes after those.
That ball had to be tipped, and it was tipped to perfection.
Yeah, Matthew's doing a really good job of taking care of it. She was in a spot of trouble, and it's easy to get in the net in a situation like that.
China take the point. That's better. That last swing from Holloway, she was a little bit too square on and didn't have the angle to go to the line. This time she gets it spot on. Could go line as well as cross court. Brilliant hit. That's not caught any hands.
No,
We'll go to the first technical timeout, and the USA back in front now, leading by 2. Williams with the serve. It's a good serve. And a net touch against China. That against Liu Hongxing. Although actually, it's gone against Liu. That was Zhang who touched the net. A 3-point lead now for the USA. Williams serving again. China needs side out. Not going to happen. Holloway with a huge block.
Huge block from Holloway. She got her hands up just in the nick of time, but most importantly, they were over the net, ready to push that ball down.
Good reactions. And again, China invited to have another attack. And at the third time of asking, they'll take the points. Tang Shumei getting it done.
Yeah, Webster just a little bit late getting her arms up there. She was blocking that for that second ball attack.
Well watched, but it won't come back. The second ball over works for China. Liu Hongxing takes the point.
Great second ball attack by Liu there.
Liu Hongxing really getting herself into this match. She's been quiet throughout it. That's an ace serve for China. What a time to get that. Brilliant work by Cheng Lijun.
Beautiful spot right in that corridor of uncertainty, forcing those receivers to just stare at each other, say, whose ball was that? I thought it was yours.
China are back level.
It's almost like China's flipped a switch. They've just come alive here in this set, halfway through, clawing their way back, chipping away at that USA lead 1 point at a time, and now they're even.
USA come again. Lifting call against China and against the Yu Hongjin. There is hardly anything in this. It's point for point at the moment. Tension beginning to build for both teams. Kanahele ready to serve. But once again, the serving tactic is to go after Zhang Lijun, but not right at her to make it easy for her. And that's what's been happening. Lovely swing from the captain, getting the side out for China. It's a big hit, no one covering deep. Wonderful blocking from China. And now they have the lead. That's a great block and a good time to get it. Holloway gets the better of Zhu Yixiao.
A masterclass in blocking from Katie Holloway. Great penetration. She's so strong. Zhu didn't stand a chance.
Great response that time by the captain. Zhu Yixiao gets the side out. China edge in front. Well kept in play by Eriksson, and she makes a block. A lucky point for the USA, not that they care.
Yeah, they started to play a little bit sloppy in that point, but Eriksson luckily able to finish that. Start fresh.
For both of these teams, it's a case of eyes off the scoreboard. Focus on the processes, stay in the now. Let the outcomes take care of themselves. And that's exactly what China do. Zhu Yixiao showing that she's just as capable on that right side of court as she is on the left. Really good swing past the block and beating Webster. Zhu Yixiao with the serve. Clever play that time from the USA through the middle by Matthews.
Matthews went up really strong into that set, like she was going to take a big swing. It's just so lovely to see her just soften, just get that feather-light touch on the ball.
Well, lifting call again against China. They're struggling at the moment as they're going into block, just trying to get that extra bit of height and leaving the floor in the process. So it's a yellow card against the captain for complaining. You can ask the question to the referee, that's what the captain's there for, but not liking the way in which that was said. So now it's a team warning. Any further infringement and it'll be a red card, no matter who makes the infringement. And if you get a red card, it's a loss of point. China losing that point. We'll go to the second technical timeout. The USA have the lead, 16-14. courtesy of that play from Williams.
USA 16.
第4セット2回目のテクニカルタイムアウトです。
Relax, confident, and aggressive. Serve with more chin here. If you don't have another spot, make sure to watch that back row and block.
This set is a real fight to the finish as the two teams come out on court. They're both eyeballing each other, trying to think of their next move. USA would be really happy just to win this, finish the match off, but China, of course, need it to get into that fifth set final and give themselves a chance.
That's going to be a carry call against China because the USA didn't put a block up. And the ball sticking on the net. That's a huge point, really. A 3-point lead. Well, that one's coming straight back. Side out achieved. This is where the USA have to think, okay, understand the points and how they're scored. That is just a side out. If we do the same now, if our side-out game can hold firm, we've got a big enough lead, we could side out to victory. China still chasing, still pushing. Xiao Meiling with the serve. Not the best of sets from Teng Xiumei. Error from China. Touch. Free ball for China. Well played. Going to the middle, Teng Xiumei puts it away.
Tang just powering the ball through the American blockers that time, putting everything she had into it.
Kanahele pushing Holloway a bit wide. And China take full advantage. Zumo can't keep it in play. China take a point, they're back to within one. Captain Xu Yixiao doing a great job for China at the moment. Good up by Eriksson. Holloway. Well played by Xiao Meiling. But that one is going to go the way of the USA. A double touch call against Liu Hongjing. In fact, it's Wang who gets the double touch call. We talked about how the USA are dealing with this situation, but for China, the pressure that they must feel that they have on their shoulders, being behind right now as we get towards the closing stages of this set, trying not to show that, trying to put the pressure on the USA, and it's not working. Wonderful blocking. In fact, that ball seemed to have just gone in the net, not touching Webster because of two touch calls given against China.
But the point goes the USA's way. They
Timeout called.
17 and China call a timeout.
That's the player to stop, and she's been stopped. Kanahele getting the block. This is a moment in the set now where the USA definitely don't want to be looking at the scoreboard, and neither do China. Williams serving. Side out required by China. They go to the captain to get it. Well, she's been called for being over. Eventually, the referee gets to the decision he was looking for. She's a back row player. She has to have her buttocks behind the 2-meter line when she attacks the ball.
China just all looking a bit bewildered about what's happening right now. They're certainly not used to being in this position on the back foot, scrambling just to get a set one.
The USA are in a fantastic position right now. China looking for side out to try, as they might get back into this one. That will do. Over on 2 by Liu Hongjing.
It's now or never for China. If they don't go for it now, the USA are going to pull this off. They've got to pull all their tricks out of the bag to make this happen.
Zhang Lijun's serve. Oh, it's a Holloway put away. Emphatically.
Kanahele doing a great job of finding Holloway right in between those two Chinese blockers. What a kill for the USA at such a great point in the match.
2 points away, potentially, from gold. China will not be giving up easily. They get the side out. Fabulous blocking from Tang Xiumei. It's Tang Xiumei who'll serve. Big hit, Eriksson, and that brings up gold medal point now for the USA. They are this close. 5 chances to get it done, and it's going to be Sheik coming on to serve. China have to side this out. They have to. It's not going to happen. It's an ace serve from Sheik, and the USA have done it. They have beaten China. The United States of America have taken gold here at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. What a result.
The Americans came out here wanting to win this gold medal. They were here to prove that they deserve to be here. They had a really tough start to this tournament. For them to come out playing like they were, what an achievement for them. And China certainly did not give this to them on a silver platter. The USA fought their way through every single point. Every rally counted for them.
A fabulous match. It's the silver that's gone to China. It's a golden performance from the USA.